Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. We interview the world's leading apologists to provide credible answers to curious questions.
Rhett, when it comes to faith, is faith a blind leap?
It can be for some believers. It shouldn't be, though. You have nothing in Scripture that suggests we got to take a blind leap to believe. And sometimes faith comes with so much baggage. The word faith comes with so much baggage that I think we ought to replace it. I think the biblical idea of faith is trust. And so maybe replace the word faith with trust. Maybe that better communicates what Scripture means by faith. It's trust. It's trusting in what you have good reason to believe is true. And so in my relationships with other people, we see how trust plays out and how it's connected to rationality and logic and evidence. So I've been married to my wife for 16 years. Well, we dated and were engaged for 2 years before we got married. Was my faith or my trust in her greater after 2 years of dating and an engagement, or is it greater after 16 years of marriage? Well, it actually depends. It depends on what? It depends on the knowledge that I've gained about this woman over that time. So let's say in the first 2 years, she just had me fooled. She came across as this incredible woman, loving and caring, but after a few months of marriage, I start seeing the real Erin. She's lying. I'm catching her in all these lies. She goes someplace when she tells me she's going to be at some other place or with other people or that kind of thing. And so money's missing from our checking account. Well, that knowledge is going to undermine my trust in her. Now, thankfully, that's not been the situation. After 16 years of marriage...
She's not ripping you off?
Not that I know of. She's the one who handles the finances. But after 16 years of marriage, I have all this evidence that I've gathered. I have all this knowledge that I've gained about her character, about who she is, about her actions. And that leads me into this much deeper trust and faith in my wife. And so my faith in her, the strength of my faith, the strength of my trust is directly connected to how much I know about her, the evidence I've gathered about her. And it's no different with our relationship with God. The more knowledge we have about Him, the greater evidence we have of who He is and His existence, this should lead to a greater and deeper trust in Him. And so faith is not a blind leap. Faith is trusting in what you have good reason to believe is true.